Mario sports games are not a new concept. For over 30 years now, we have had some of our favorite and least favorite sports get a new and improved flair while still retaining that comforting Nintendo charm that made these games memorable for years to come. Some of these games were great, others not so much. But it's not too often that you hear about a Mario sports game that never saw the light of day. This is where Super Mario Spikers, also referred to as Mario Volleyball, comes into the picture. There is not much information about Super Mario Spikers online, but I was able to find a website called unseen64.net, which provided pretty much all the information in this video. So this video will probably be eerily similar to any others that covered this game and to the aforementioned website. But anyway, the year is 2007 and Super Mario Strikers Charged just had a successful and positively received commercial release. Nintendo, happy with Next Level Games' work, decided to give them a larger budget and more creative freedom with the Mario universe for their next game. Although official development on Super Mario Spikers started in 2007, the brainstorming and concept for Super Mario Spikers actually started back in 2006, alongside the development of Super Mario Strikers Charged. At the beginning of its development, it was simply called Mario Volleyball, presumably to follow the same naming format as the other Mario sports games, such as Mario Golf and Mario Tennis. Initially, as the original name implied, it was planned to just be a simple volleyball game, but as more people got involved with the project, the idea to blend wrestling into the mix was implemented, and thus, Next Level Games decided to rename it to Super Mario Spikers instead. You may or may not be asking yourself, how does the idea of a simple Mario volleyball game get twisted and contorted with wrestling? Well, the answer to that question is that a couple of years before this, Next Level Games was in the process of developing another project that ended up being cancelled early on called WWE Titans Parts Unknown. Although it was cancelled extremely early on and may have never really entered the development stage, it was supposedly loosely based around sci-fi and fantasy, and allegedly was supposed to have destructible environments be a main focus of gameplay. Now, how does this WWE project tie into Super Mario Spikers? An anonymous contributor that helped work on Mario Spikers had this to say: "Between the contact sport part of Strikers and some of the work that was done a couple of years before that on an unreleased wrestling game, it came as a pretty natural progression. It seems as though the work that was put into WWE Titans was a big inspiration on how the wrestling element of Super Mario Spikers would have turned out." Although it was cancelled early on in development, a contributor named Reefers managed to discover a small compilation of the wrestling animations that was put together by an animator from Next Level Games. This compilation was then uploaded to YouTube. The link to it will be provided in the description. Luckily for us, some concept art of a few of the stages were released and seemed to look pretty distinct from one another. The first level we'll look at is this one. This stage was supposedly a concept for a ring, and it certainly looks ominous with the lightning being used as ropes and the three statues watching the contest from above, all while a storm is seemingly brewing outside of it all. The second stage we can see is this one, which almost looks like your standard Mario Stadium with no special gimmicks going on inside and outside the ring. The third and fourth stages that we'll be taking a look at seem to be taking inspiration from game shows. For example, this stage is a Steve Harvey away from being a perfect Family Feud replica. And this next one looks like a rejected set from Wheel of Fortune. There's a legend that the wheel in these stages was going to spawn different random effects into the playing field, depending on what number it landed on. Like what was said earlier, Super Mario Spikers was pitched to Nintendo and unfortunately was never greenlit due to the project going against the company's code of honor. This claim is backed up by an anonymous contributor to the Super Mario Spikers project who simply stated that it was a Japanese honor thing. Although the project was abandoned extremely early in development, Next Level Games did end up making Punch-Out for the Wii in 2009, which is where our story ends for now. In conclusion, even though it ended up getting canned, I honestly think I would have been begging for Super Mario Spikers as a birthday or Christmas gift if it had come out back then, and I probably would have poured hours into it. Thankfully, there's a bit of a silver lining. While it was developed by Square Enix, Super Mario Sports Mix did include volleyball as one of its 4 featured sports. Whether Super Mario Spikers had any influence on that or not is currently unknown to me, but at least a Mario Volleyball game was released in some form. Despite it not having the same chaotic charm that Spikers would have brought to the table, it's at least something. If you enjoyed this and would like to hear more stories of lost games, game reviews, and just some general research videos, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.